Hey besties, are you ready to take your cooking to the next level with high quality cookware? Today's sponsor, Hexclad, has revolutionized the cookware industry with its patented hybrid cookware. It's incredibly durable, combining the performance of stainless steel and the easy cleanup of non-stick. And let's be honest, they look incredibly sleek and sexy. Gordon Ramsay might be the toughest critic in the world, and these are the pots and pans he uses in his home and in his Michelin star restaurants. Hexclad's 13-piece set is the perfect set to transform your kitchen overnight. It features a full collection of their most popular pots, pans, and even a hybrid wok. Hexclad has everything you need for any meal, from eggs to steaks to family pasta night. What's even better, their products come with a lifetime warranty, meaning these are literally the last pots and pans you ever have to buy. Choosing a pan used to be like picking your favorite child. Impossible, unless you're my mother. But with Hexclad, you don't have to pick favorites. Their hybrid technology gives you the performance of stainless steel, the durability of cast iron, and the convenience of a non-stick all-in-one pan. Plus, with their patented laser-etched hexagonal steel ridges and diamond-infused non-stick coating, these pans are like superheroes in the kitchen, saving you from burnt food and tough stains. Hexclad checks every box when it comes to cookware. These non-toxic, induction-ready pots and pans are metal utensil safe, dishwasher safe, and oven safe up to 500 degrees. There's even a stay cool handle so you can saute your food with ease. For a limited time only, our besties get 10% off their entire order with the code BEFRS at hexclad.com/BEFRS. Let's upgrade your kitchen. Go to hexclad.com/BEFRS and use the code at checkout. Now, on to the show. In this video, oh my gosh, it is hideous. I'll be hunting down the nastiest, most disgusting, holy cow, most nightmare seafood in the world. It is the most alien creature I've ever seen in my life. Then I'll be giving it to a Japanese chef to see what he can do with it.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared.
Isopods are like the cockroaches of the sea. They often live where you find crabs, but the isopods look terrifying. It's gross. My first time coming in contact with the isopod, I was in Japan. I actually went out with a fisherman who pulled up isopod traps. He would dissect open the stomach and rip out the contents from the inside. It smelled like putrid, foul toenail fungus. And then we ate them.
Are you gonna throw up?
Oh no! My second time having the isopod was in Vietnam with a Vietnamese chef. It was interesting.
It tastes better than I imagined before.
Wow. What did you imagine though? But today I want to see what a Japanese chef can do with a gigantic isopod. Is this the biggest one you've ever seen?
Yeah.
Cool. Can this nightmare fuel of a creature be turned into a delicious 5-star meal? We're gonna find out. But the first thing I have to do is get my hands on an isopod. That's why I've come here to Rang Bien. Let's go inside. Welcome to Rang Bien. This place is awesome and we've shot with them many times before. I love them because they have so much live seafood for you to see, and then you pick what you want and then they cook it basically right in front of you. Right here they have a big open tank. We've got grouper, we have eel, I saw a shark, all of them together. We're building up to the isopod, but you know I like to do a little bit of show and tell, and this is one I've not shown you before. Let me pull it out. Take a look at this weird looking guy. This is known as a frog crab. It has a very unique body. I mean, take a look at the back legs here. The front claws are bizarre and flat. It's got 2 little eyes. It's a bit of a freak show, but fun to try. Enough playing around. Right now, we are gonna check out the isopod. It's not just any isopod, it's the biggest isopod I've ever seen in my life. Come and take a look at that. Oh my gosh, it is hideous. I'm gonna be putting that in here. Okay, I'm gonna pull it out. It's literally actually heavy. Holy cow. Let's do a quick physical tour. They're usually like this. So from above, they're just gonna look like the ocean, and they have a hard shell to protect them from whatever psychotic fish would wanna eat this. It has intense looking eyes. It is the most alien creature I've ever seen in my life. The only thing left to do now is to weigh it and see how much it costs. What's your name? This is Gary. Take a look at that. There's one. I'm gonna bring 3 to the chef. You never want to run out of isopods or not bring enough. It's impolite. Oh my God, our shopping cart is 100% full. Time to weigh in. So all these 3 isopods together weigh 4.2 kilograms. This big one alone is 4.6 pounds. That thing is gigantic and it's still lively. Ugh. Price for all 3 of these together, $354. Wow, that does not include the cooking. That is so much more expensive than I expected. Is it worth it? I'm gonna find out soon. I've just arrived here at FUME Japanese Modern Cuisine. Last time I was here a couple years ago, I brought Chef Shozo a giant Tasmanian crab. He had never seen one before, but he still cooked that crab into several different beautiful dishes. Well, today we're doing the same thing, but with an isopod. He has seen an isopod before, but never one of this size or this magnitude. Let's go show him. Oh yeah, I need the phone for the camera. Chef Shozo, I brought you the biggest, most disgusting creature I could find from the ocean, the isopod. Take a look. This, my friend,
Oh my God.
is the biggest isopod I've ever seen, and it's still alive. Can you pick it up? Oh, what do you think? It's heavy, right?
Yeah, very heavy.
Is this the biggest one you've ever seen?
Yeah.
Cool. So today, Chef here is going to make 3 different recipes with this isopod in front of us. The next step from here is to we have to kill him.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going for the headshot. It's going to stop moving soon. We'll be right back after this advertising message.
Attention, dear viewers. We need your help to save a precious life. Save our isopod. Donate now to keep it alive. Your help can make a difference. Never mind.
Right now he's cutting off the legs. It turns out you can actually steam the legs and eat those. So I never would have guessed, although it makes sense because it's a very big isopod, so there must be some meat inside those legs. Wow, this thing's looking much more streamlined now. I think it could move much more smoothly through the water. So he's gonna cut off the fins and then he's gonna take off basically the chest plate and reveal whatever gooey stuff I've been poking on all day. Oh, I'm not sure I'm ready for that. All right, let's do it. Whoa, this whole creature is so confusing. First of all, this is the belly, the breastplate. This looks like a pork belly. It doesn't actually smell that bad. It looks really fatty and gooey. And then inside the body, are these eggs?
Yes, this is the egg.
Just like sea urchin eggs.
And this is the, I think, stomach.
Wow, this looks really interesting. It's like in 8th grade when you get to dissect a pig, but then imagine also eating the pig. It's just like that. The next step is to get the food drunk using sake and a little bit of salt. Next, this is headed to the steamer, and that is going to steam inside for about 12 minutes. Boom, this has come out of the steamer. It smells like salt, sake, and weird seafood. So, as I said earlier, we're making 3 different dishes today, but first we have to strip all the meat off of the isopod. The meat actually looks a lot better after coming out. It's more opaque. So we have the body meat being peeled away here, and then the leg meat is gonna be rolled out here. It's gonna be kind of squished until it pops out. So we have all the meat right here split into 3 different categories. We have the leg meat, we have the belly meat, and we have the back or shell meat. From here, he's gonna make course 1, isopod sushi. Let's get into it. Step 1, get a nice palm full of leg meats. Then you want to marry that to a nice ball of sushi rice. Wow, beautiful shape. He's going to give it a little dollop of wasabi so it burns my face off, and then a little rub of soy sauce. That looks delightful. Right here we have course 1. It is the isopod leg nigiri. And you will see there is no big trough of soy sauce here. This is just all about this pure, perfect bite that's been given to me by the chef with this leg meat. All right, here we go. Cheers. Sweet rice, a nice sting of wasabi, a little bit of salt from the soy sauce, and the meat is incredibly juicy. It does taste similar to crab meat, but not exactly. There's something in there that's a little off-putting in the best way possible. Wow, that is course 1. We have a lot more to try. Here we start with the sushi rice. From there, a piece of seaweed is draped around the rice, creating a small vessel. A vessel awaiting one's very special ingredients. Inside, he is stuffing our isopod roe. Top that with a little bit of wasabi and some edible flowers. And finally, some rind from a Japanese lemon known as the yuzu. Right here, we have the second half of our first round. This looks very fascinating. It looks a lot like sea urchin. Cheers. There's a lot of eggs. Crazy creamy. The rice balances out a little bit. You need the seaweed. Oh my God, it's almost like an egg yolk. It is so creamy. It's overwhelming. It's a little fishy, a little seafoody. Good overall. I think I would probably half or maybe third the amount of the eggs in there. It is like a potent amount of eggs. Wow, that was like being baptized in fish eggs. That was wild. Sushi was our course 1. Right here we have course 2. This is gonna be isopod ramen. Let's get into it. So we're gonna be having a dry ramen today.
Yeah.
So the ramen's already been boiled. It's being put into a gigantic bowl.
Our homemade ramen soup. And this is the chicken oil. This is the caramelized leek.
Right here we have some plum, some diced onion, and give that a little bit of a mix. So right here we have some belly meat and some of the shell meat or body meat going in next. From here, the ramen noodles are going to be placed back inside the home from which they came, at least the meat parts. He's actually using the isopod body as a food vessel. Now he's putting more of the belly meat. He's adding some of the ramen sauce to it, and that's going to go right on top of the ramen. All right, we've got some of the eggs going on top, and then here, some salmon roe, some green onions on top, and Japanese chili pepper. Finally, giving this ugly animal a beauty makeover with some flowers. Now it's beautiful and not terrifying. Yeah. We have course 2 right here, the most inventive, creative, and probably scary ramen I've ever seen in my life. For its final presentation, he has rolled it back up like a little hedgehog. It looks like some kind of a demonic soccer ball. Could you imagine bringing somebody to a restaurant trying to impress them? I'm not sure if they'd be impressed or horrified, but they would definitely remember it. This is memorable, and it is bizarre but beautiful at the same time. Like me when I came out of my mother. She wouldn't stop crying, probably because my head was huge. Sorry, Mom. Obviously, we cannot eat the ramen like this. We need to undo this and kind of open it up. So there's a toothpick kind of keeping it closed, and then there, that is the big reveal. We've got eggs, we've got noodles, and just tons and tons of meat. Let's try it out. Oh, clean, springy, squishy. Ooh, I like it a lot. It's really different from the legs. There's a little bit of a warm up. I'm gonna mix this up a little bit, and I'm gonna pull in some of these noodles. So we've got some meat, we've got some noodles together. Let's try it out. Oh yeah, it tastes perfect to me. The noodles are a little bit al dente, so they got a nice chew to them. You can feel it's kind of more like an egg noodle. It's got chicken fat in there, so it just slides down your throat. Interspersed between this delicious ramen, you just get these little patches of meat that have been mixed in, but it adds a delicious flavor to the dish. Oh man, what a treat. Is this gonna go on your menu?
Yeah, I tried.
That's how Japanese people say no. Right here, we're about to prepare our third and final dish, clay pot isopod. Let's get to it. So we're starting with this. This is the clay pot, and can you reveal what's inside?
Hokkaido rice and mushrooms.
So that already smells very earthy. It looks delicious, and he's gonna add a bunch of ingredients to that. Let's get to it. So first, he's putting in the shrimp.
This is the sakura ebi shrimp, import from the Shizuoka, Japan.
So very rare.
Yeah.
And here we have this mountain of shell and body meat. Wow, that is huge. Some more isopod roe on the edge, and then some green onion.
And the last is the Japanese black sancho pepper, import from Kyoto.
Course 3, our final course right here, and it is a tremendously large one. Before I can get into that, I have to get into this. This is a special Japanese liquid. It makes you feel good, and it makes your problems go away until the next day, when suddenly they're amplified. All right, come take a look inside of here. So the rice is on the bottom. You can see there's a whole layer of these seasonal fried shrimp on top, a mountain of isopods, some beautiful color coming from the green onion, some of the isopod roe, and then some of this Japanese pepper on top. I want to just grab a bunch of meat. This is what we're here for after all. Oh, this might be too big of a bite. Try it out. Really interesting. You can feel they really scraped out every morsel of meat from inside that shell. It's sweet, it's crabby, but it also has some other kind of seafood flavor to it, like a little brininess, almost like an oyster. I'm gonna try mixing all this together. The meat itself, it's a little bit too intense. I think what you're meant to do here is really get all these elements combined. I've got a big, beautiful bite right here. Let's go for it. Cheers. Oh my God, I feel like I'm eating food from Avatar. They're so different. It's new, it's old, it tastes like some familiar hints of things I've had before, but then some really brand new flavors. The shrimp have a really strong taste, but really delicious. They're fried, so they have a little bit of a crunch to offer. The rice is steamy, hot, and delicious. Of anything, it's the most like comfort food so far. It's just kind of warm, savory, nothing overwhelming, well-balanced and delicious. In the end, I'm really surprised to see what this isopod meat even looks like. Last time I had this in Vietnam a couple years ago, I didn't get to see how they prepared it. I definitely didn't see the anatomy of it. Today, I definitely got pretty intimate with this creature. I'm amazed at how dynamic this creature is, from leg meat to the eggs to the body meat itself. So I gotta say, Chef Shozo, amazing, creative, innovative, and delicious.
Thank you so much.
Boom, guys, that is the end of this video, and I gotta say a huge thank you to FUME and to Chef Shozo. Next time you are in Saigon, I highly recommend you go to this restaurant. This man is a maestro of seafood and Japanese food in general. Maybe you won't be able to try the isopod, but you'll definitely have something delicious. When today began, did I know how it would end? No, I actually had no idea. The isopod, I was genuinely revolted and disgusted this morning, and by the end, tastes pretty good. So it just shows you, you can never judge a book by its cover, and if something scares you, eat it. I'm not sure what the moral is, but anyways, thanks for watching to the end. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Peace. Bye. What else is ugly that I could eat from the ocean? Maybe like a bloated, floating human body.